Mew VMAX is the most dominant deck that we've seen in a very long time in the Pokemon trading card game, and I'm really sorry to tell you it's not going anywhere. Mew VMAX is here, and it's here to stay, especially with the Brilliant Stars expansion. So today we're going to look at the Mew VMAX list that I have been playing on my stream, twitch.tv/theflea, where I stream most evenings with this new Pokemon trading card game client. So we're going to check out my list, and let's go through it and see if you guys like it, see what you don't like about it. So Mew VMAX has this Cross Fusion Strike attack. Choose your bench Fusion Strike Pokemon's attacks and use it as its attack. Very simple, nothing crazy. 2 Psychic, Max Miracle 130, just shred, nothing crazy. 310 HP makes it big. This Fusion Strike tag makes it amazing for your treat, makes it even better. And this guy's got a cute face and a cute body to boot. We've got Mew V here, looking feisty as usual. We got 4 copies of that in the deck. 180 HP, Fusion Strike, Energy Mix, attach an energy from Fusion Strike Pokemon to one of your deck. Psychic Color, Psychic Leap 70, and shuffle this Pokemon in. Really good attack to copy with our Mew to reset. So we got a 4-3 Mew line. We have 1 copy of Oricorio with the Lesson in Zeal ability. All your fusion Pokemon take 20 less damage from your opponent's attacks, which does make a lot of difference in numbers as we go through the game. Glistening Droplets is also a really cheeky attack you can kind of use in the middle, maybe late game to kind of set up knockouts. I don't really know where this would be best to use, but it's good. We have 2 copies of this Meloetta card with the Fusion Strike tag as well. Melodious Echo for Psychic Colors, 70 times the number of Fusion Strike energy attached to all of your Pokemon. Now, going first or second, we can get a lot of energy onto the board very quickly and knock out a lot of 210 HP or higher V Pokemon on the first turn, giving Mew the advantage in prize mapping. We have 4 copies of Genesect V. This deck, or this card, kind of fuels the deck with its Fusion Strike system. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have as many cards in your hand as you have Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. Now, what that means is I can use as many Genesects as I want to keep filling my hand. So if I have 6 Fusion Strike Pokemon in play and 3 Genesects, I can keep filling my hand up to 6 after playing cards. So this really makes it so Mew can go through the deck as quickly as it wants and find those pieces like Boss's Orders and other really important cards to kind of close out the game. And Technoblast is an attack that we're not going to be using on the Genesect, but Mew can copy to do a fat 210 damage at any point in the game. With our tools, we have 1 Big Charm, 1 Choice Belt, and 1 Tool Jammer. Now, these are just tools I personally like. I think Big Charm is really strong against single prize decks, because if a single prize deck cannot one-shot you, they cannot win the game. So if you can keep using Big Charm, you can copy Mew. Mew VMAX can copy Mew's Psychic Leap, shuffle itself back into the deck, take a knockout, promote something else it gets attacked into, and that Big Charm, all it needs to do is buy 1 turn, and you can win the game. We have Choice Belt, which adds 30 more damage to opponent's V Pokemon, the active V Pokemon. She gives us a little bit of a boost in damage, saves us 1 Power Tablet when we're digging a little bit deeper, going a little bit deeper in the deck. Maybe we burn 1 early on in the game. Really good. We have 1 copy of Tool Jammer. I think Tool Jammer is really strong for just mitigating a lot of decks. Jolteon with its Elemental Badge. The Mew Mirror Match, where they have their own Choice Belts. Just an overall very versatile card, and I think shutting out cards like Air Balloon, Cape of Toughness, all those cards makes this card super, super strong. Now we've got 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass. On our first turn, we can get 2 Pokemon. This is very strong. You might think, why are we playing a card we can only play on the first turn? Because we can set up our entire board off of 1 Battle VIP Pass. It's broken. 2 copies of Escape Rope. It's a switching card. We like switching cards, and we can force our opponents into bad situations. We have 4 copies of Fog Crystal. This searches for our Mew Vs, our Meloettas, our 2 Psychic Energies, and it's just a burnable card as well in the mid to late game. We have 4 copies of Power Tablets, 30 more damage our Fusion Strike Pokemon do, and we can use this at any point in the game, really boost our damage, get big knockouts on other VMAX Pokemon, V-Star Pokemon, as well as just thin cards out of our hand. 4 copies of Quick Ball, staple in every deck pretty much. 1 copy of Rose Tower. It's also a really good stadium because we're going to go below 3 early game, maybe mid game as well. 1 copy of Shopping Center. We play 3 different kinds of tools, so we can smack them down, and I feel comfortable picking that tool back up into our hand. It does work against us a little bit if our opponent is also playing heavy tools, but I don't think it matters too much. 2 copies of Switch to just switch our active with our benched, along with the Escape Rope. That's 4 switching cards so we don't get stuck in the active. 2 copies of Training Court as well to just get our basic energy back, and also have a counter stadium to path to the peak. 4 copies of this beautiful Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards and get any 2 cards, or get a Pokemon from your deck. This makes the deck so much more efficient with just these 4 cards because we can thin cards so much quicker and dig a little bit deeper with that Genesect, and we don't have to feel bad about pitching resources. 3 copies of Boss's Orders to just bring up stuff and knock it out in an efficient manner. And we have 4 copies of Elesa's Sparkles because going second with the Meloetta, we want to pull off that combo as efficiently as possible. Going first, even if we get the attachment to Mew. Turn 2, we want to have the Elesa's Sparkle to get, off the ground and get running, and that really helps go a long way. We have 1 copy of Peony because this acts as our 5th stadium, as well as early game we can pitch it to kind of get some more pieces if we have a bricky hand, just kind of get the ball rolling a little bit. So it acts as a fifth stadium and really works against Path to the Peak. Our energy split here is 4 Fusion Strike energies because of the obvious Meloetta synergy, everything there. 2 copies of Psychic so we can Fog Crystal search them. Have 6 energy cards just to make sure we can attack even if we prize 1 or 2 of these guys. And these can go on our Mews or on our Meloetta, which is both fine places to put them. So they act as a wonderful card there. With Training Court, we can have up to 8. Now with Double Turbo energy, we've got 1 of these bad boys. Double Turbo can be put on our Mew. Does 20 damage less. Yes, I understand. But it is that late game clutch when you're prize mapping and you're thinking, if I hit the Double Turbo here, I don't need to attach this turn. I can boss here. I can boss next turn. I can play for this out. I can play for this route. And that's how you can prize map a little more efficiently with Mew. All you need is 1. You never really need more than 1 because you're just using it to close out the game or you're using it to lead off the game. But overall, it's a super, super, super insane card. Here's the Mew VMAX deck. We're going to look at some gameplay here. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the deck. If you guys enjoy the content, remember to subscribe. The link is going to be, the deck is going to be in the description below. And while you're on your way to grab it, don't forget to subscribe. I appreciate you guys a ton. Let's watch some gameplay. Hey guys, I've got some excellent Mew VMAX gameplay here. Before we watch the video, smash that subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know how your day's going. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? So Mew VMAX is a deck that I've been playing on my stream, and it's probably the best deck in the format right now. It will probably continue to be the best deck in the format for quite a while. So let's kind of see how this game plays out. I think it was Mew VMAX Mirror. Very indicative of the metagame already. You can tell what decks are going to be good. I get 2 mulligans off the bat. Pretty freaking good. We see that there's Mirror. So I see a Meloetta in the active. This indicates my opponent's probably going to be able to knock out whatever's in my active spot if they draw a little bit better. I get the attachment on the Mew, everything looks good. I have an attacker for next turn, and I throw up the Oricorio because best case scenario, I want to put a 1-prizer up because even if my opponent pops off and takes a knockout here, they don't get much. But my nightmare scenario is obviously an Escape Rope because I can't promote a basic that doesn't hurt me. If I promote the Genesect, I get knocked out, I lose the game, probably because I don't have a draw besides this Peony coming up here. If I promote the Mew, I lose my attacker and I get knocked out. So our opponent has the Escape Rope. Not a great look. So I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? And the only actual play is the Genesect because I can't give up my attacker. So even if our opponent takes 2 prizes this turn, it's my only real way to kind of keep the prize trade alive. And if I'm forced to take a knockout on the Meloetta, which I might be, I'm thinking here I might have to do that, I have to save and conserve my resources for a potential 1-shot on the Mew VMAX, which does not feel great to try to have to do. Our opponent plays a bajillion Battle VIP passes on turn 1, gets the Rose Tower full effect, and I'm sitting here going, wow, I want to play some cards. An Ultra Ball comes down, losing of Mew VMAX. I make a mental note of the fact that 1 Mew VMAX is gone. He grabs another Mew VMAX and draws a full hand to 6. We're going to see the tablet, a Chromatic, and I'm like, okay, that means they've got the knockout on my Genesect on turn 1. There's nothing I can really do. They're going to go Elesa's Sparkle, attach an energy, and I can't do anything. Another Power Tablet and Elesa's Sparkle. All I can do is hope that they miss an energy here or don't have an energy in hand, and they draw 3 cards here. I think that's their 3rd Fusion Strike system. Maybe I'm mistaken. And they just retreat and they pass. And I was like, oh my god, I have a chance here. So that's how the mirror kind of goes out. I hit the Choice Band. I put it on the bench. I can go VMAX. There's no reason for me not to. I'm like, okay, I can just switch here and kill the Mew VMAX. But if I Peony here and they give me the Meloetta, that burns the Choice Band and an energy off their board. And I'm still thinking, okay, maybe we're going to one-shot the big guy. So let's get the energy and let's rope. I want them to give me the Meloetta. I don't really care for a 2-prize attacker here or the Genesect. I just want them to give me Meloetta. That's the only thing I want really to see in the active. Genesect is fine too. I guess we'll take 2 prize cards. I'm not complaining too much. We get a Rose Tower. I get another Mew down. Get 2 cards off the Fusion Strike system. Nothing to write home about. We're going to see just a copy on the Cross Fusion Strike for the Technoblast, which now kind of limits me for next turn for the attack I want to use. But I do have an Elesa Sparkle in hand. We get an Ultra Ball off of the prize cards, as well as a Switch, which lets me reset my attacker. So now my next turn game plan is to kind of find a boss's order if possible, and try to get an attachment onto a Mew, get a boss's order, and take out the Genesect on the bench. Our opponent puts out another Meloetta, which is weirdly limiting to their bench. And they can one-shot me here this turn. They would need to find an Elesa's Sparkle, and they can knock me out with the Meloetta, which is really, really, really scary, actually. And so I'm kind of thinking, if they get that knockout, there's no way I can come back into this game. And they attach this Psychic Energy, which is still fine to attach. It's just, if you're going to dig, you might as well dig a little bit deeper to get this Elesa's Sparkle. And there's a Chromatic, and there's a head. So I'm thinking they're going to get the Elesas. I'm going to lose, and I literally can't win the game from here. They get a boss's orders. So they must have had a Fusion Strike energy prized, or they just didn't realize what the play was here. And then I have this Mew. They just retreated into the Mew VMAX, Choice Belt, Rotom Phone, just keep sending, drawing some cards. And I'm pretty sure they just take a knockout here to take out my only, quote-unquote, only source of draw. But it's not actually my only source of draw, because you can see in my hand I've got an Ultra Ball. So I'm going to go ahead and throw up the Mew VMAX. And here is where I start explaining some cool logic. I'm thinking I top deck a quick ball, fantastic top deck, makes my decision easier to just grab this Meloetta. I look through the deck, make sure there's energies there. I'm thinking, okay, I have all of my Fusion Strike energy. We're going to go ahead and pitch these two cards, and I'm going to grab the Genesect to have a draw card. Now I'm going to Rose Tower, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to pause here to explain. Do I want to just Elesa Sparkle, get 2 energy out of the deck, or because I have 3 Fusion Strike energy, Rose Tower for 2 cards, and maybe I draw Fusion Strike energy. The only way I get punished is if I draw 2 Fusion Strike energies, and I don't. I draw 1 Fusion Strike energy. I'm able to get the Ultra Fusion Strike with the Elesa Sparkle. I can attach the 2, and now I've got a guaranteed knockout on this Mew VMAX, and with that, I won the game. It was that easy. Like, the Mew Mirror, it seemed like my opponent could have done that to me on the turn prior, and they just didn't do it for some reason. If they had done that to me, there's no chance that I can come back in the Mew Mirror. But with some good sequencing and some good play, I was able to kind of steal that game under my opponent's nose in the Mew Mirror. And this is one of the strongest decks in the format, and you can see why with how much damage it does on turn 1, turn 2. It's absolutely crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed the content, as always, subscribe, like, you know the drill. Love you guys as always. Leave in the comments below what decks you want me to do, and I will cover them on my stream as well as over here. So thank you so much. Peace out.